He, let's say he was playing defense, and what is that? Okay, I say you got that.
I tried to play it off, but I guess you caught me.
Yeah.
I recorded mom for 20 minutes when I took her to the hospital.
Uh huh.
I mean, and she was talking about the whole surgery and everything.
Yeah. I don't believe you can see me because his pole is right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, as you were saying,
I'm trying to remember what I was saying now.
you saying they called him pirate because his eye was.
Yeah. He was on defense. The opposing team probably had the ball on their own 20, and Earl must have been on the other side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the offensive team, if the guy caught a pass or if he just broke a loose and running down the sideline. Earl was coming from an angle, because he was on the other side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also behind him. You could see Earl running him down.
Yeah, at an angle.
Yeah, but he ran he ran that guy down, and I guess he caught up with him by the time he got to about the 20 or the 15
Mm-hmm.
on the other end, and he grabbed him, up around his shoulder pad and did something.
It's tragic the way he did him.
Yeah,
He used his momentum probably to sling him.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those types of tackles are dangerous because you could like break your leg back just how the way you get twisted,
Yeah,
almost like a horse collar almost.
yeah, yeah. And Earl, he turned out to be a pretty mean guy. Because a lot of people used to tease him when he was a little younger about pirate and all that.
Yeah,
And if you wasn't on his team,
yeah. You mean on his team in terms of friendship?
friendship, or if you were playing sandlot ball or whatever,
Yeah.
it didn't help you.
He was trying to
And he
hurt.
wasn't a big guy. I mean, what I'm saying is, he was I don't know. I guess you could say he might have been a little. He was bigger than the average size guy in the 12th grade. He was a little taller, but he was lean. He was real lean
Yeah.
and strong.
Like Justin size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he might have been a little heavier than Justin,
Uh-huh.
a little, but he was lightning fast.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Like a Lamar Jackson or somebody.
Okay.
Quarterback for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew guys like that. That was just mean for no reason.
Oh yeah. He was the only child, but he had a kind of rough. His daddy was and mama used to drink heavily, as I remember,
Mm.
and he lived across the street from another friend of mine. You know, they lived down the street and across the street from one of my buddies. Earl, he, Earl was older than me, probably about maybe 3 years. Let me see. He was older than Florence. He wasn't in Florence's class. He was older, a year ahead of me. He might have been 3 years older than. He might have been, yeah, three. I remember seeing Earl when I went back to Montgomery many, many, many years later, and he was a little. I didn't even recognize him. He's just a. It's like
Kind
he
of
had,
frail.
yeah, white with white hair
Yeah.
on his beard, and he was
Mm-hmm.
frail looking and white hair. And the only reason why I know who he was He was with another guy who was about my age.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he might have been a year younger than me.
Hmm.
A guy named Junior Britton. And Earl had even spent some time in prison.
Oh, it is.
Yep. He when his parents died, like I said, he was the only child. They must have left him. The story was about $20,000 and in the house.
Hmm.
And this was probably in you know in the mid '60s. Uh, no, early '60s. And Earl ran through that money. I mean, $20,000 was a lot of money to run through.
Yeah.
During that time.
Hmm.
When you think about what he was spending it on, just stuff, just junk.
Yeah.
Not cars
Yeah. Probably just going
and
out
clothes.
drinking and
Yeah,
clothes and maybe.
he might have been buying shoes, stuff like that. He never was a real, what you call, dresser.
Yeah.
And yeah, they say Earl ran through that money a year or two. You know, I mean, it's one thing when if you try to invest it in a business.
Right.
He didn't do that.
Yeah. It just blew it.
Yeah, he just ran through it.
Yeah.
And then, shoot, $20,000 then is equivalent. I don't know, probably 5 times.
Wow. Yeah. I guess so.
And going back to '62.
I was gonna say 50,000, but oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
talking about?
put it like this. In 1962, when my mom bought a new car, a new Chevrolet Bel Air. Okay,
Which was like the equivalent of what, like an Impala or like
it's a level under the Impala.
okay,
Okay,
yeah,
uh, I think that car might have cost 30, maybe 3,500. I think.
wow, new,
Yeah, brand new. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. The same car today. Okay,
hmm,
like you still got Impalas, and then a
hmm,
Malibu is under Impala, I
right,
think, right?
right, and then under that you got like Cobalt,
Or at
yeah,
least a Malibu and an Impala are almost the same size.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, a Bel Air, what we had, it was about the same size as an Impala, but it didn't have the same engine,
okay,
and it didn't have as much chrome
hmm,
and all that type of stuff. But one of those cars today would probably cost what, about 22, 23?
brand new.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I know when I bought my Altima, I bought that new when Auntie Auntie Joanne got me to hook up with that car, and it's funny because when I look back at the deal I got, you don't really realize the hookups until later when you
Yeah.
start looking at the price of stuff. But I think my interest rate was like 6% or something. But anyway,
Oh,
that
great.
was good, great. But I think that was like 21,
Yeah, I
and
can.
that was that at that time. So
Yeah,
right now I'm thinking
yeah. That's right. The same car now would probably cost, I don't know,
30.
24, 26,
Yeah,
maybe 26. And so what I'm saying is,
yeah,
if you go from 4,000 times five, we make it 20.
right.
And so that's why I said, if he had $20,000,
Hmm.
that's about the same as having $100,000 a day.
Right.
Okay, and if you just spending money
I'm trying to think how if I had to blow through 100,000, how would I do it?
without investing,
Yeah, if I just had to.
yeah, and without buying a car
Right.
and other stuff.
I know what I know what I'll do, and I'm sure that I could blow through $100,000 in a matter of a year easily.
On
Because
what?
just in terms of clothes alone, like clothes and shoes, for me and Candace, and it wouldn't be cheap like I wouldn't just buy a Versace suit, but I would buy like probably 10 top of the line suits, like $1,500, $2,000 suits in my mind. Get them perfectly tailored. I get about 10 pair of shoes, all different types to match the colors, shirts. So just on
Why would
clothes.
you want 10? Why would you want 10? I mean, 5.
I mean, I feel like if you get 10, you never have to buy another suit again. Like you're just done.
Shit, you can do that with 5.
Well, yeah, but if
5
you wearing them
suits,
every day,
5 suits, and maybe 2 sport jackets.
I
Now
mean,
now I would say you may need to have maybe 4 or 5 pair of shoes, or more. I'm talking about shoes that you would wear with a suit.
yeah, like I wear a suit every day.
Hmm.
I try to. If I had, if okay,
I used to have to wear a suit every day. And I, I know I probably had no more than 2 sport jackets,
yeah,
2 sport jackets, maybe three, and maybe 2 or 3 suits. That was it. And I could change up,
yeah,
and then the big deal is the shirt and the tie,
right, right.
and you
You
need
know,
to change your shoes.
yeah. Like in a perfect world, I'm just saying, I would have, you know, five five white shirts, 5 blue shirts, 3 black shirts, 3 gray like, and they would always be dry cleaned and they would always be readily available.
Yeah,
I would have all my ties, and it wouldn't be any ties in there I wouldn't wear.
I think you still got one of my ties I've been looking for the
I
last
probably do.
20 years.
Socks, like
How many pair of socks you got? About.
it's amazing. I don't know what happens to them.
I got a bunch of socks too.
I got so many. There's a company that claims, I can't remember the name of it, that claims that they'll never get holes. I think it's like the name is like Buy 'em for Life or something. But
But I got a bunch of socks. I must have at least 20 pairs of socks that I can. I don't mean socks that are worn out that I don't wear. I'm talking about socks that I wear.
yeah, and that's
And
something I need a way to keep them together. What I've been thinking about doing as I'm talking to you now is having a little mesh net bag that I put all my socks in, and then put that whole thing in the washing machine.
that ain't gonna work.
Cause it'll wash them, but it'll keep them together.
Yeah. Every time I take a pair of socks off, I do this. If I'm gonna put them, in the soft floor pads, I do them like this. But when I get ready to wash them, I have to undo it.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
then,
I don't even undo it.
and now because if you don't, it ain't, then they're not gonna wash
Yeah,
clean.
yeah,
They'll get wet,
yeah.
but they're not gonna wash clean. And then when I get them out of the dryer, I roll them back up again. I got a drawer with nothing but socks
I got a drawer nothing but socks too, but
and socks
they're
that
not
I wear.
together.
Socks that I wear.
Yeah, but see, the whole process of matching socks is so time consuming.
Oh, it takes a little while.
It makes you wonder, why hasn't someone solved this problem? Like it's a problem. Like just trying to like
You
it.
may be able to put it in a little mesh bag if the socks are not balled up.
Yeah.
And I can't see you putting more than, I don't know, 7 or 8 pair,
Mhm.
or maybe up to 10 pair, maybe,
Yeah. If
and
it's
still
enough.
wash them,
Yeah.
clean.
I'm gonna
But
try it.
that's an idea.
I'm gonna try it because there's nothing worse than getting ready for work, can't find a pair of socks.
No, I'm serious. It's just like Wilbur. Wilbur put together a thing that he's been working on now for about 3 years.
Oh really? What?
Um, I showed it to you. I think it's a handkerchief. It's a thing that you put. I forgot what you call them. But it's
In the suit?
yeah. you put it in this device he made,
Mm-hmm.
put together, and you put it down in your, in your pocket,
Mm-hmm.
in your suit, and so it makes a perfect.
Oh, so this device is what's used to make the perfect handkerchief
Yeah, and
that
it's made out of leather, and he's been working on it. It's pretty. As a matter of fact, I made some prototype for him, at least on paper,
mm-hmm.
and he said I just did another one for him just about a week ago.
Oh, okay.
But he's trying to get them in stores like where we shop, Joseph A. Bank, and
Yeah.
online,
So
and
he had to get a copyright for that and everything.
yeah, and he finally got a manufacturer. He told me that just last week. He
Oh,
got a
okay.
manufacturer to make that thing out of leather
Mm-hmm.
and so forth.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's interesting.
they're called pocket squares.
I have been thinking about trying my hand at creating like a suite of apps
Hmm.
specifically for the school system
Okay.
because we currently paid this company. It's called Health Check.
Hmm.
We paid them. It was like $280,000 for them to use their app. And all the parents in the school district got an email, and they can download the app, and they just ask a series of questions like, were you around anybody with COVID? Have you had the sniffles? Da 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 da. And then they send their kid to school, and then their kid has this little QR code, and that's how they get buzzed into the building. You know, that's proof that because otherwise they would have to manually ask each child all of these screener questions. And so I was sitting looking, and I was like, wow, watching the kind of the whole process. So I'm gonna start trying to brainstorm some different apps.
That's a novel idea though about you washing socks too. Uh, you just have to think about it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
think about how to make a prototype. And bottom line, all you're talking about is what kind of material,
yeah.
how do you put it together. You can sew it because see, he started off just sewing,
Mm-hmm.
getting material and sewing, stitching it.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got a little sewing machine, and it went from there.
Yeah,
Matter
cause
of fact, I got one upstairs. He gave me one.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, cause I was thinking about the sock thing. I was like, all right, how do you keep two socks together? You can't really keep them together because when you put them on, obviously they need to be separated.
What I say though,
Maybe like a
they
magnet.
don't need to be separated at least from. I mean, it would be nice if they were together, but when I take mine out the dryer,
Mm-hmm.
I lay one here, I lay one here, I lay one there, I lay one there. You know, when I got a bunch of them laid out, then I say, okay, now I can match these.
Yeah.
I match these up and ball them up, get them out the way, and then I get the rest of them, line them up, line them up, line
Yeah.
them up, line them up, and then match them up, and then
Mm-hmm.
move those out the way. Like I say, sometimes, I mean, I might go a week or two. Actually, ever since I've been going to this radiation treatment, uh, I take a shower every day now. When I was going to work, I did too.
Yeah.
And I change socks and everything every day.
Oh, Dad.
What?
So you saying that before that you weren't really doing that
Not
every day?
every day.
Why? Why not?
Shit, I mean, because if I didn't do nothing,
Oh yeah.
if I just went downstairs and
Yeah.
worked for an hour or two,
Yeah.
I ain't musty and didn't sweat,
Right.
and some days that's just how it was.
Yeah.
But so some days, I mean, I got enough socks and undergarments
Mm-hmm.
to go 2 weeks if I need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
or longer, you know. But
Yeah, I gotta buy some more underwear. You know, it's interesting. Underwear will have underwear can determine how good your day goes almost. Like if you have some good comfortable t-shirt, good comfortable underwear, like all of these things play a big part.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Uh, Matter of fact, I bought a lot of pairs of socks and underwear last year when we got ready for that trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that cruise. But
That's still on.
gotcha, gotcha,
Go over
bro.
there and talk to your granddad.
Gotcha, bro. Hold on. Don't try to leave.
Benjamin, come over here by your granddaddy.
You about to leave?
Benjamin.
Okay, good to see you.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna work on those books again. Where you just gonna be 20 books, huh?
All right.
25. Okay.
What y'all doing?
doing
Recording
good?
everything?
You doing good? Did you have a good time today?
Who is that? Is that you?
Did you have a good time today? Over your grandmommy's house? Did you have a good time seeing your grandmommy?
Bye, darling.
Did you
All
have
right.
a good time seeing your
See y'all later.
Alligator.
See you later, Jackson.
Benjamin, did you say bye to Jackson?
All right, all right.
Bye-bye.
All right, Jackson, see you later. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you know, when I do that radiation, you know, it's a big piece of equipment. Matter of fact, I got it on my phone. I had to lay on the table, okay? There's usually two nurses in there. Lay on the table, and they get a napkin, a big napkin about this big, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they hold it over me, close to me, and I had to pull my pants, and and my underwear
Oh, yeah, down.
all the way down,
Mm-hmm.
and then pull my shirt and all that up,
Yeah.
and then they just lay it down.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it just felt real awkward.
Yeah. To the point now it's just normal.
Yeah, I don't even think about it now, you know. And then when they get through with the radiation, then I have to pull them back up, and I having trouble with my back, so it's hard for me to arch, arch my back.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to kind of turn this way,
Okay.
turn this way, and sometimes a guy's in there, he'll help me get up.
Yeah.
But let's see if I can find that thing. It's a very big old piece of equipment. I took a picture of it one day.
Yeah. These people are making millions and millions of dollars on all this stuff too.
Yeah, no question about it.
And you know,
Huh?
the bricks.
Yeah, I don't ever step on them because I know they can be knocked loose.
Benjamin, think it's getting dark out here.
You worry about his mommy.
You wanna
Yes,
go
we're
inside?
going inside.
You gonna go check on mommy?
Hey, see that?
Let me get this.
Wow.
Where's-
Benjamin, careful.
And then see that thing is going, it takes a picture from underneath. Takes one right here.
where
Takes one.
do you lay down at?
Or
they have to roll the chair underneath?
This thing right here rolls underneath it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see this right here? I think that's it. And then that thing, it shoots a beam. It shoots a beam from 7 different directions.
Wow.
And so it rolls around and gets one underneath the backside, one on the side, one on the front angle, one right above your navel.
So if something comes out like this and then it starts doing like this or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's technology at its finest right there. You know what? I was thinking. I think I was reading or saw somewhere that that COVID is going up in certain parts of Europe right now. And then start thinking about how America's we got the vaccine, people are already taking it, millions of people, and although a lot of people died from COVID, it would be interesting to if like America reaches herd immunity first in terms of like across the world, and you start seeing numbers in other parts of the world keep going up while America is no longer having an issue with COVID. I mean, that would be like,
It's
you know,
more
just a,
likely to be just the opposite. It's going to be many other countries that are going to reach herd immunity way before the United States
yeah.
because they follow, protocol much better than we
Y'all
do in
want
the
a
United
candle?
States.
Hmm.
Huh?
You want a candle?
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, I think we about to come in.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to come in myself. I got to get to the restroom. That's the thing, boy. I'm still getting up 6 and 7 times a night, every night.
Even if you don't drink a lot of water before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Y'all coming this way or through the garage?
I'm going through the garage. I got to put my gloves up.
Alright,
Yeah, you can lock that door.